of council for 2022. And I apologize if I speak quickly. I am not a public speaker. I much prefer to be behind the scenes. So it's not something I'm comfortable with, but it's part of my role for today, so just bear with me. So one of the tasks I get assigned to do as part of the inaugural meeting is to give an update on the 2022 municipal election. So I'm going to start with that today. I'll go through that report, and then after that we'll do the formality of swearing in the newly elected council members. So I first would like to congratulate and welcome the new council of the municipality of Marmora and Lake as a result of the October 24th, 2022 election, who will take their oath of office momentarily. I would also like to extend my gratitude and thanks to staff of the municipality who were instrumental in running a successful election. Without the hard work and dedication, a successful election would not have been possible. From the extra assistance with preparation of the voters list, answering questions for electors, to preparation and assistance on voting day, they have been a tremendous help. Thank you to Jen Bennett, Deputy Clerk. Unfortunately, she's unable to be here today because she's ill. Kristen McConnell, Administration, who's sitting at the back of the room here. Nancy Sinclair, Administration, sitting at the end of the aisle at the back here. Ashley Presick, Administration, who's sitting on the other side of Kristen at the back. And Steve Shapaniak, our Treasurer, who's sitting over on the other side of the room. Again, thank you for all of your hard work and dedication during the election. The 2022 elections saw the continued increase in the adoption of an online voting across Ontario. How votes are cast continues to move to technology-based methods. In 2022, 217 municipal governments used internet and/or phone combined voting methods, which is 42 more than the previous election in 2018. Vote by mail remained largely the same at 71 municipalities using this method. The percentage of voter turnout has not varied greatly. The June provincial election hit a record low at 46%. Early numbers from the Association of Municipalities of Ontario show 36% turnout across 301 of the 444 municipalities that held elections. The total number of eligible electors for the municipality of Marmora and Lake was 4,844 voters, of which a total of 1,522 electors voted by internet method and 272 by telephone, for a total number of votes cast at 1,794. This represents a voter turnout of 37%. The largest voter turnout was with the age ranges of 50 to 70, with the lowest being 20 to 40. The 2022 municipal budget provided $26,500 for the municipal election. The actual cost spent was $11,988.45, resulting in $14,511 below budget. Actual cost in 2018 totaled $15,403 and $18,946 in 2014, which was a vote by mail. Some reasons for the cost savings this year include we saved on iPad rental fees because we utilized council iPads this year, whereas in the previous year we had to rent them. The Hastings County Clerks and Treasurers Association paid for candidate training as a whole, so we weren't bearing the cost solely on our own. We hired no election staff. Everything was done through municipal staff. Joint advertising took place with member municipalities for the Joint Compliance Audit Committee. So savings can be used for future 2026 election expenses and a robust advertising campaign. As per the Ontario Municipal Elections Act, nomination papers for candidates were filed from May 2nd, 2022 until close of nominations August 19th, 2022 at 2 p.m. Upon that deadline, we had 2 candidates for the mayor position, 2 candidates for the deputy mayor position, and 8 candidates for the 3 municipal council positions. On October 24th, at the close of the polls, the votes were distributed as follows. For mayor, Bonnie Daines, 659. Jan O'Neill, 1,097 votes. For deputy mayor, Ron Fudge, 610 votes. Mike Stevens, 1,141 votes for deputy mayor. For the 3 council positions, Alex Angus, 604 votes. Jason Carmen, 496 votes. Sue Connolly, 483 votes. Eric Doust, 934 votes. Ron Derry, 661 votes. Bernie Donaldson, 598 votes. Jane Lakatos, 839 votes. And Lonnie Schwartz, 241 votes. I would like to thank everyone who participated and assisted in the municipal election. I truly appreciate all the hard work and assistance through the entire election process. Congratulations once again to the new municipal council, and I look forward to working with everyone over the next 4 years. So that concludes my report on the election. And so now we'll move on to the nice ceremonial tasks of inaugurating your new council. So now, newly elected members will take their oath of office. So I'm going to call you up to the podium, at which time I will ask that you place your right hand up and place your left hand on the Bible, and you'll just repeat after me, and then we'll sign your declaration. So if I could call Jan O'Neill up, please. So you just repeat after me. So I, and please state your name.
I, Jan O'Neill,
Having been elected
to
the office of mayor
the office of mayor
in the municipality of Marmora Lake,
in the municipality of Marmora Lake,
do solemnly promise and declare
do solemnly promise and declare
that 1, I will truly, faithfully, and impartially exercise this office to the best of my knowledge and ability.
I will truly, faithfully, and impartially exercise the office to the best of my knowledge and ability.
I have not received and will not receive
I have not received and will not receive
any payment or reward
any payment or reward
or promise thereof
or promise thereof
for the exercise of this office
for the exercise of this office
in a biased,
in a
corrupt,
biased, corrupt, or
any improper manner.
improper manner.
I will disclose any pecuniary interest,
I will disclose any pecuniary interest,
direct or indirect,
direct or indirect,
in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act.
in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act.
I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III.
I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III.
And I make this solemn promise and declaration,
And I make this solemn promise and declaration,
conscientiously believing it to be true,
conscientiously believing it to be true,
and knowing that it is of the same force and effect
and knowing that it is of the same force and effect
as if made under oath.
as if made under oath.
So we'll sign here. Thank you. Thank you. We'll have a seat. I'll bring you back up after. Okay. Next, I'll call up Mike Stevens. So if you could place your hand on the Bible and just repeat after me, okay? So I, and state your name,
I, Michael Stevens,
having been elected to the office of deputy mayor
having been elected to the office of deputy mayor
in the municipality of Marmora Lake,
municipality of Marmora Lake,
do solemnly promise and declare that
do solemnly promise and declare that
I will truly, faithfully, and impartially exercise this office
I will truly, faithfully, and impartially exercise this office
to the best of my knowledge and ability.
to the best of my knowledge and ability.
I have not received and will not receive any payment or reward
I have not received nor will receive any payment or reward
or promise thereof
or promise thereof
for the exercise of this office
for the exercise of this office
in a biased, corrupt, or improper manner.
in a biased, corrupt, or improper manner.
I will disclose any pecuniary interest,
I will disclose any pecuniary interest,
direct or indirect,
direct or indirect,
in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act.
in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act.
I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III.
I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III.
And I make this solemn promise
And I make this solemn promise
and declaration conscientiously,
and declaration conscientiously,
believing it to be true,
believing it to be true,
and knowing that it is of the same force and effect as if made under oath.
and knowing and believing that it is in the same force and effect as if made under oath.
Thank you. If you could sign here. Next, Ron Derry. So I, and state your name,
I, Ron Derry,
having been elected to the office of councillor
having been elected to the office of councillor
in the municipality of Marmora Lake,
in the municipality of Marmora Lake,
do solemnly promise and declare that
do solemnly promise and declare that
I will truly, faithfully, and impartially exercise this office
I will truly, faithfully, and impartially exercise this office
to the best of my knowledge and ability.
to the best of my knowledge and ability.
I have not received and will not receive any payment or reward,
I have not received and will not receive any payment or reward
or promise thereof,
or promise thereof
for the exercise of this office
for the exercise of this office
in a biased, corrupt, or any improper manner.
in a biased, corrupt, or any improper manner.
I will disclose any pecuniary interest,
I will disclose any pecuniary interest,
direct or indirect,
direct or indirect,
in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act.
in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act.
I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III.
I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to Her Majesty King Charles III.
And I make this solemn promise
And I make this solemn promise
and declaration conscientiously,
and declaration conscientiously,
believing it to be true,
believing it to be true.
and knowing that it is in the same force and effect as if it was made under oath.
Where are we? And knowing that it is in the same effect, same force and effect if it's made under oath.
Perfect. Can you just sign here?
Sure.
Okay, and I apologize if I'm saying Eric's last name wrong, but Eric Debs. Do you say it with S? All right, so just repeat after me. I, Eric Debs,
I, Eric Debs,
have been elected to the office of councillor
having been elected to the office of councillor
in the municipality of Marmora Lake,
in the municipality of Marmora Lake,
do solemnly promise and declare that
do solemnly promise and declare that
I will truly, faithfully, and impartially exercise this office
I will truly, faithfully, and impartially exercise this office
to the best of my knowledge and ability.
to the best of my knowledge and ability.
I have not received and will not receive any payment or reward,
I have not received and will not receive any payment or reward
or promise thereof,
or promise thereof
for the exercise of this office
for the exercise of this office
in a biased, corrupt, or any improper manner.
in a biased, corrupt, or any improper manner.
I will disclose any pecuniary interest,
I will disclose any pecuniary interest,
direct or indirect,
direct or indirect,
in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act.
in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act.
I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III.
I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III.
And I make this solemn promise
And I make this solemn promise
and declaration conscientiously,
and declaration conscientiously,
believing it to be true,
believing it to be true,
and knowing that it is of the same force and effect as if made under oath.
and knowing that it is of the same force and effect as if made under oath.
Okay, you can sign here. do solemnly promise and declare that
do solemnly promise and declare that
I will truly, faithfully, and impartially exercise this office
I will truthfully, faithfully, and impartially exercise this office
to the best of my knowledge and ability.
to the best of my knowledge and ability.
I have not received and will not receive any payment or reward
I have not received and will not receive any payment or reward
or promise thereof
or promise thereof
for the exercise of this office
for the exercise of this office
in a biased, corrupt, or any improper manner.
in a biased, corrupt, or improper manner.
I will disclose any pecuniary interest,
I will disclose any pecuniary interest,
direct or indirect,
direct or indirect,
in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act.
in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act.
I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III.
I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III.
And I make this solemn promise
And I make this solemn promise
and declaration conscientiously,
and declaration conscientiously,
believing it to be true,
believing it to be true,
and knowing that
and knowing that
it is of the same force and effect as if made under oath.
it is of the same force and effect as if made under oath.
Perfect. If you could sign here, please. So I would like to now introduce everyone to the new members of council for the 2022 to 2026 term for the municipality of Marmora Lake. So I will now turn it over to Mayor O'Neill for any remarks.
Thank you, Tanya. I think you must have that memorized by now, you've said it so many times. It is my honor to serve as your mayor for the next term of council. As I stated during the campaign, my personal commitment to you is to create a team of council and staff working together to represent and serve the Marmora and Lake community with honesty, integrity, transparency, loyalty, and fiscal responsibility. This is the first day of the next term of council. Firstly, I want to take this opportunity to thank all staff for conducting a responsible and credible election. Thank you to all staff for their assistance to the candidates and continued service to all residents. It's not easy being a staff person during an election. There are increased expectations and duties. There is always the uncertainty of the outcome. Thank you to all candidates who put their name forward to serve the community and to the previous council for their service. Congratulations to the successful candidates and elected officials who are now your council. I look forward to serving our community with you and to conduct the business of the municipality over the next 4 years. I personally want to thank my family, friends, and residents for your support over the last 4 years and during the recent campaign. Thank you for voting. Voting is extremely important and speaks to the acceptance of the campaign initiatives, promises, and commitments made by all candidates. Thank you to the various volunteers, groups, organizations, boards, and committees who contribute to the overall quality of life in our community. Thank you for being here today to celebrate the beginning of the next term of council and to meet the new members of council. Thank you. I'm going to call on Mike, I believe has a few words to say.
I too would like to thank everybody who got out and voted. Tanya noted that we had roughly 40% of the people out voting. It doesn't seem like a lot, but when you take a look at the rest of the province, it was a lot of people here. I think Oshawa had 18%. Don't know how you can elect a council with 18% of the people voting. Everybody on council is a good person. Everybody has different points of view, different opinions, and comes from different backgrounds. Our job is to try to get a consensus and try to do the best for our community. You know, we all come from different places in the community, but our job is to make sure that our money is well spent for the benefit of everyone, not just the people that surround you or in your area. I'd like to thank staff again. We came through a really bad spring. I'm up on Vicky Lake and Lake Township. Our place was just totally decimated up there. There's people that couldn't get in and out of their place for over 3 days. They had to walk about 3 kilometers to get out. Township, Hydro, everybody worked together, worked very, very hard. And it was a good example of, I guess, interagency cooperation. And that's the way council should work. When we have a problem, we should all work together to try to solve it, come up with the best solution, the best use of our money. Just again, thank you for coming out today. Appreciate it. I've been here a long time, but this will be the last time I'm coming around.
Thank you, Mike. Ron, did you wish to say a few words? No? Eric? Meet your new counselor, Eric.
I wanted to thank my friends and family who supported me through this process and gave me the push to step forward. It wasn't an easy decision for me, but I'm passionate about this place and excited and ready to contribute. I want to thank all who throughout the campaign sent me messages, emails, phone calls, and met me in person. Thank you for caring about our community and bringing your issues and questions forward. You helped me to be more informed. Going forward, I really hope to be an ambassador for Marmora Lake and show others our successes and the opportunity and potential that we have here. To those who live here now, to those who live here seasonally, and those who in the future will call Marmora and Lake home. I'm really looking forward to working with this team of council before you and our excellent staff who work so hard with the resources that they have to make the municipality run. As a council, we rely on their expertise, their experience, and their ability to execute. I'd like to leave you all with a reminder of a few of my promises that I made during the campaign. To listen, to respond, to be informed, to learn, and to highlight and share. These are my goals in which I'm going to operate going forward as I represent you in our extraordinary municipality.
Thank you, Eric. Councilor Lactos.
Hi, as I was thinking of my thank you speech, I couldn't help but think about Valley Field in an Oscar presentation saying, "You like me, you really like me." You voted for me. Thank you very much. You've put your trust and your faith in me to listen to you, to help you with your requests. I'm humbled. I'm humbled by that. I'm a new person, only been here 3 years, and I have a lot to bring to the table, my experience. I'm hoping to bring that. I want to thank my husband for his support and my family for their support. We have an excellent municipal staff. You've been wonderful, and you will, I'm sure you're going to be barraged with a lot of questions from us newbies here. But thank you all very much, and I look forward to working with everybody for the next 4 years.
Thank you very much to everyone. I think we have a really good council and group going forward. I know we have excellent staff. We've worked together for the last 4 years, and I know there's just better things to come for this municipality, and I think it shows, and please give our council a round of applause. Thank you. I I'll turn it back over to Tanya. She gets the final word.
Well, I think that concludes the official business of the meeting. So we have some light refreshments at the back. And this is now your opportunity to meet and greet new members of council and old members of council maybe that you haven't had a chance to speak to or get to know. And we encourage that to mill around. The Lions have graciously opened the bar. So we encourage you to go and purchase something, a pop or whatever. It's important for the Lions and to be able to provide this service and make some money. So they're an important service club and we really appreciate having them. So again, thank you. And please stay and have some refreshments and cake.